Hello, welcome to Cracking the Cryptic. And the podcast, episode 3, is up on the channel now, as well as on the podcast platforms yesterday. Got released to the podcast platforms earlier this time, but it's now on the YouTube channel. As is, of course, the incredible setting video by Clover, which I highly recommend. Everybody who's watched it and has commented to us has said how fabulous that is. Well worth an hour of your time. Really interesting stuff, I think. The thoughts of Clover and particularly how she put together the puzzle that is the main subject of the video. Really interesting stuff. Also, for those of you on Patreon, there's a chance to watch Simon solve Sumanta Mukherjee's recent puzzle that I did on the channel much better. To be fair, it's not just hindsight. I think even when he was watching the video, he could see that I was missing something fairly obvious. So, well worth a look for those of you who regularly think that my efforts could be improved upon. There's no doubt that that's true. Now, I'm going to briefly wish good luck to Christian Eriksen before we continue. Very strange event in the football championships yesterday where he collapsed and was taken to hospital. And I felt very sad for the Danes who had to try and complete the match, and it didn't go well for them. But good luck to Christian. And with that, let's have a look at this puzzle. So this is called Orwellian by the chiropractor, and the rules are that, as well as normal Sudoku rules, this is a kind of difference Sudoku where the difference between two cells is what's shown by the clue in the circle. So these two cells must have a difference of 4. Now, there is an extra negative constraint rule in this puzzle, which is that all possible differences of 4 and 8 are given. So a pretty simple rule set, but who knows how that's going to work in practice. Haven't seen anything quite like this. Do give it a try on the link under the video. That is the link also. If you go further down in the field, you will find all the links to our apps, which have some wonderful puzzles on them, as well as to where to find our Patreon site and Discord and the credits for the channel generally. So all down there, but that's where you can play the puzzle. I'm going to play it now. Let's get cracking. Well, these 8 differences, these have to be very interesting. I mean, the only way you can have 8 as a difference between 2 Sudoku digits is 1 and 9. So they have to definitely be filled with 1 and 9. And if you have a 4 as a difference, let me just colour them briefly. If you have a 4 as a difference from a 1 or a 9, well, that's quite interesting too, because that means it's got to be 5. Whether you go up from a 1 or down from a 9, you're going to get 5. So look at that. We get 5 of the 5s filled in this puzzle straight away. This 5 is connected to a cell that again must be 1 or 9. So we're getting a lot of the 1 and 9s done. It suddenly feels a bit like a sandwich Sudoku, that I'm trying to highlight all the 1s and 9s, which wasn't really what I was thinking when I began, but absolutely fascinating, because remember, all the 4s are given, so 1 and 9 must be connected to a 5 if there's a 4. So where is the 5 up here? Well, it's in one of these 2 cells. I'm going to be a little careful. I was thinking of filling in a 1 or 9 here. Yes, I can actually. Look, there's 2 1 and 9s in column 9 and 2 in column 8. There must be 2 in column 7. They must both be in box 3. This can't be. Although we haven't used up the right number of 1 and 9s for row 2 and column 3, it can't connect to a 5 here because of that 5. And it would be on a 4 cell. So this must be 1 or 9. And now 5 can't be here, connecting to a 1 or 9 there. So maybe we can fill in all my purples and all my 5s immediately. Or maybe not. There's a 5 up here. We've had both 1 and 9s for this box, so we need 1 in those 3 and 1 in those 3. They're not connected together. Now, that can't be 1 or 9 because that would be 5. That can't be because that would be. Oh, I don't know. I just want to be cautious here. Let me... Ah, yes. Also, this couldn't be 1 or 9 because it would have an 8 difference that was shown. So one of them is in here. Yeah, okay, maybe I should start with 5. So let's just take it casual. One of these two is a 5 by regular Sudoku, given these positions. So the other one is 1 or 9, and that one can't be 1 or 9 because that can't be a 5. Wow, that's lovely, actually. So 5 here, 1 or 9 here. Let's just take the 5 out, and we can purple those cells. Now, there's a 5 down here. We don't know really anything about where that is. That's fine. We've had 2 there. Now, where is the next 1 or 9 in this column? Well, could be here, or it could be here with a 5 there. There's one of these rows where it's a sensible question will help, but I'm not sure. Not sure which one it is. 5s, so I've got all my 5s either marked in the grid or 1 X-wing left. I wonder if I might just be missing how to do this last 1 or 9. Now we've still got 1 to mark. It's not there, we worked that out. It's in one of these 2 cells. So I'm going to just half purple those so I know that's where 1 or 9 is. Now that means that we've had the 2 for column 4, the 2 for column 6. There's 1 more in column 5. It's down here somewhere. It can't be here because, oh well, it can't be in either of those because we've had the 2, 1 and 9. So that is the remaining box 8 one. And then somewhere over here, one of these cells is 1 or 9. I wonder if this 1 cell is going to be what eventually disambiguates the 1s and 9s. Again, a bit like a sandwich Sudoku. You don't really know which is which in this puzzle because there's probably nothing else to sort them out. Now, talking of sorting out, what else can we actually do? Up here, for instance, there's a lot of 4 connections that don't involve 1, 5 and 9. So they must be 2, 6, 3, 7 and 4, 8 in some order. So this one is 2, 6 or 3, 7. I'm not really seeing how to move on. Let's have a think about this. 4, 8, 5 and 6 are gone. So it can't involve 7 or 9. This is effectively like a consecutive cell. So it does involve a 2 and either 1, 2 or 3. Now, as usual, 2 means a place, the corner mark is where a digit is confined within the box to those cells, and the central marks are the possibles. Now, if my hypothesis about how to disambiguate the 1s and 9s is right, and it might well not be, then I bet that's going to be 1, 2, but that's not enough to make a definitive ruling on it. Can that be 1 or 9? I think it can. I can't see a reason to rule out either of those cells. So, apart from that, it's one of those 2 we know, a purple. And then there's 2 more to go. This can't be, but... one of these 2, no, not necessarily. If that's a 1 or a 9, it wouldn't be one of those 2. Okay, so I don't quite know how to finish off. Not there, actually, because 1 and 9 can both see it. Okay, I don't know. Right, let's have a better think about these others. Right, there's a 3 there, so this can't be 3, 7. It's either 2, 6 or 4, 8. Is this the sort of way I'm going to have to go about? Ah, right. This is a good one here. Oh, this is a very good one. Yes, this can't be... It obviously isn't involving a 5. So can it be 2, 6? No, because this cell would either be a 6 or connected to that with a 4. It also can't be a 3, 7 for the same reason looking at that cell. So it must be a 4, 8 pair. That's it. That's where we get started. Now, one of these two is an 8. Can't be there, obviously. One of these two is a 4. 8, 6, 5, 1, 9. So we've got 2, 4, 3, and 7 to place here. Now, 2 can't be next to the 8. 3 and 7 can't be next to each other, or they'd have a marking. I don't quite know how to use that either. Let's have a look up here. We've got 2, 4, and 7 for the column to finish off. So that makes this a 3, 8, or 6 being connected to that. Same up here, 3, 8, or 6. Now, what does that mean? If this was 5, 6, 8, 1, 9... I don't quite know how to keep taking this forward, do I? I'm sorry, I'm probably being a bit slow here. It's not obvious to me how you keep... Oh, that can't be a 7 because it's next to a 3. Ah. Now this is either 4, 8 or 2, 6. So the 2 and 4 have been used up between those 3 cells in the box. If that is 4, 8, that's a 2, and that uses the 4 and 2. If that's 2, 6, that's a 4, and that uses the 2 and 4. So this is a 7. I wonder if that's really how you're meant to progress, or if I've just stumbled on something. So this is 6 or 8, since the 2 and 4 have been used up. That means... No, it doesn't mean anything. It means that goes with that. They're partners in crime. Okay, so there's a 3 here, but then therefore there can't be a 7 here because they'd get a connector. That 7 rules out 7 from there, so 7's in one of those. Then 7's in one of these 2 cells, but it can't be here because of the 3, so we can place 7. It is interesting how this negative constraint works. This is not at all how I expected to be solving the puzzle. 5, 7, 3. So there's no 4 in those 2. There's also no connector. So they can't be 2, 8. We've got 2, 4, 6, and 8 to place. They can't have a 4, and they can't be 2, 8. So there must be a 6 amongst them. Oh, and the 6... No, it can't. Therefore, there isn't a 2. Because that would be connected. So that's a 2, 4 pair. This is a 6, 8 pair. And the 8 can't be next to the 4. Wow. I mean, it should be coming a bit more naturally, and it really isn't. 8 there. Well, now this isn't looking right to me at all. I've done something wrong just there. So let's have a think about filling this box again. 7. We've got 1, 9, 5, 4, 3, 7. 2, 6, and 8 to place here. Ah, it's 2 and 6 that can't be together because they'd have the 4 connector. So there is an 8 in those 2 cells. It can't be here because of the 4. So 8 goes there. That makes this not a 4. That's a 2. That makes this 4 and 8. That makes this 6. It's just not coming intuitively. Now, this, I think, is a naked single, given that it can see 1, 9 pairs. That must be a 2. 4 and 6 go in these cells, if I could type that right. This pair up here is now a 7, 6 pair. 1, 9, 5, so... this pair, it's not 6, 2 or 7, 3, it's 8, 4. We can know the order of that. This is a 2, 3 pair. This connects the 2, so it's a 6 or 7. 8, 2, 3, 5, 4. Oh, sorry, that 4 has fixed this 6. That's good. So here we have a 2 and a 3 to go in those cells. 1, 9, 6, and 7. So one of these is 1 or 9. This must be 6 or 7. It can't be 1 or 9. I can't see how to disambiguate that. Right, if that was 6, 2, that's 4, 8, 7. Oh, we are going to get a 1 or a 9 here. So that, no, that doesn't mean that can't be a 5 yet, because there are 2 1 and 9s to put in the box. 7, 3, 6, 8, 2. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do there. So let's come back over this side. 4, 8, 6, 1, 9, 5. That can't be 6. Got 2, 3, and 7 to place in the column. This one becomes 6, 7, or 3. And that's a 2, 3, 6, 7 quad. So this is 4 and 8. Probably a simpler way of figuring that out. Oh yes, figuring out what that cell was from its column. That was it. 4, 8, 5. And that hasn't really resolved anything in this row for me. I've got 2 or 3 and 1 or 9 to go in those 2 cells. This can't be the 1 or 9, can it? No, that's right, because that would be 5. Right, so purple goes in there, 1 or 9. This is 2 or 3 with a 6 or 7 partner. That's done the 6, 7 pair. Therefore, this can't be 8, 4, and now it can't have a 6 or a 7 on it. So this must be a 5 with a 1 and a 9. Aha! And that was what I've been wanting to know for ages. I do think I may have missed several tricks on... Ooh, sorry about that. That was yesterday's puzzle. Suddenly popped up on my screen randomly. 5 there. 5, 1, 9, 2, 3. So we've got a 2 or a 3 there and a 4 here. Ooh, I'm in the wrong mode there. 4 there. Now, the purples. Now, why did I colour this purple? Probably by accident. That is the 5. The other purple cell in the grid. Now, I've got one here, and I've got another one to go in this box, which is in these rows. It's in these 2. Ooh, I don't know which one it is. I probably should know which one it is, but I don't, weirdly. Okay, one of those is a 4. Let's just stick with some ordinary stuff. Right, therefore there's not an 8 there, and there can't be an 8 here because of that 8. There can't be an 8 there because of that 8, so that is an 8. That makes that 7. That makes this 6 connected to a 2. 6 makes that 7 connected to a 3. So 6 and 7 are fixed. This is now not a 2, 6 pair. That's 3, 7. So 6, 2 go in there. This can't be 2 anymore. Now, it can't be next to 3 or 7. I remember, in fact, 4 is in one of those 2 cells, and it's now not there. 4 there. Actually, 4 hasn't been in that cell for a while, so apologies for missing that. A 2 in one of these can't be next to the 6, of course. So 3 or 7 here. That 2 fixes 3 and 2 there. That 3 can't be next to a 7. That was handy. 1, 7, and 9 here. 7 can't be next to the 3 again. Bingo. So we can finish our colouring, I think. Let's do that. This is a 1 or a 9. This must be as well. Clearly that's a 1. My prediction was right this time. We get a 1, 2 there. I'm going to use that 1 in a moment to do all the 1s and 9s, I think. But for now, let's finish off. This can't be 6 because it's next to a 2. 7 there. I'm just finishing off everything else apart from the the 1s and 9s. 4, 6, that's a 2. And now we can do the 1s and 9s. That 1 means, let's do 9s that creates there and there and there and there and there and there and there. Keep going, there and there. They're all 9s, and the remaining purple cells are all 1s, I reckon. And that should be the correct answer to the Orwellian. Oh, no, there's a couple of cells I haven't filled in. And 2 more. Let's see if the tick works. There we go. So that's the chiropractor's puzzle. Intriguing. I think if you did a few of those, that would be quite straightforward. But the way you had to think about it, for me, was absolutely not straightforward. So, nice puzzle, nice idea, and thank you. Welcome to the channel, The Chiropractor. See you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.